Good morning and welcome back to the channel. So today I'm up and out early and I've come over to the west coast for a change, or not far from the coastline anyway. And I've come to have a look at a new reserve which I've not been to before, which is Lunt Meadow. Now I have arrived and I was aware that there is a lay-by just on the outsides of the reserve because it doesn't open till 9:30. The gates, which is a bit of a shame really, but at least when able to park up. There's quite a few people already here, possible dog walkers, possible photographers, I'm not sure till I actually get onto the reserve itself. So yeah, apparently this is supposed to be a nice place to check out, so I'm going to get my camera gear together now and get sorted out, and then we can get onto the reserve and we'll see what we can find. But just bear with us because obviously I'm in an area where I've got passing vehicles this morning. But up to now I can hear quite a lot of activity around, so I'm hoping that it's going to be a good day. It's overcast, but it's nice soft light at the moment, so that's a good thing for photography. It's got a bit of a nip, which is unexpected after a nice few warm days. It's like a shock to the system again, that it's gone cold. So we'll see how that goes on, you never know. It might get better as we go along. We'll see how that happens. So I want to get myself sorted out now. And all being well, I'll get this locked onto my tripod. All being well, we might be able to get something over here. Now I have seen on some of the online forums that there's a short-eared owl around, so that'd be quite nice if I get some showings of that today, because I've not really been and photographed many short-eared owls this year. Only a couple that are more local to us, so that'd be nice to maybe get some nice fresh images of shorties. That's if it's still around, and it was only recorded in the last couple of days, so I'm hoping so. You never know. I think I may have already missed maybe the barn owl being out. That might have already settled back down now for the day, but we'll see. Let's see how we go. This video is sponsored by Stealth Birding, the ultimate gear brand for bird watchers who value stealth and top tier performance. Whether you're a seasonal birder or just starting out, Stealth Birding offers high quality optics and field accessories. Stealth Birding helps you get closer to nature without disturbing it. Check out their website in the link below in the description. You will not be disappointed. So I've just been speaking to a guy who's just come off the reserve. He's been here since early, and he said he'd seen the barn owl, but it was about an hour ago. So there's still a possibility that I might get some sightings of it. But it's kind of getting that time of day where they do kind of go and settle down. So it's 50-50 on this one, I think. You never know. But it's kind of the perfect location for them. Got plenty of long meadow grasses going on. There's plenty of geese at the moment, Canadian geese by the looks of it. Yeah, Canadian geese that are up in the fields sort of just behind me here. But yeah, certainly plenty of activity that you can hear going on. Plenty of wild birds. And wildfowl as well. So it's a bit of a walk down onto reserve, about a couple of minutes or so before you actually get onto it. I'm just heading towards, looks like it's some sort of maybe visitor centre or a learning centre that's coming up, which is normally where you would park. And then it's just a couple of minutes further down then to get actually onto the main area where the wetland sort of grassland area is, where hopefully most of the birds will be. I'll tell you something though, I've definitely got a nip of it today. Considering it's supposed to be spring, it's certainly not feeling it right now. Other than the plenty of activity going on bird-wise, the weather certainly isn't following suit. It certainly keeps giving us a false hope of it when we keep getting these nice sunny days. Sorry, I've just gone quiet. I'm just watching two birds that are on the fence line that's here. I think they possibly could be stone chats. Let's see where they've gone. They keep going down into the long bit of grass that's just along this fence line where I am. Let's go and see if I can get them on camera. Let's walk back up. And hopefully I'll be able to identify what they are when I see them a bit closer. So bear with me. Let's go and have a look. Just had the most amazing experience with the barn owl. So I've not even looked at anything else yet. I just bypassed the main lake that you come to because I saw it in the distance. And it's just literally flown around within metres of where I was standing. Not bothered at all about me being here. So it's just flown back towards the main car park area, but it seems to be doing a bit of a circle. Because the first time I saw it, it was down in between where the reed beds are and the main lake, and it was sat on a post, but unfortunately the pictures I got from there, it was just the back end of it. But I did get a little bit of footage, so I'll be able to put that up for you. When I could walk back again, I'll give it another try in this area where I originally saw it. And it's basically, it was sitting on the stumps in the distance over here. And it come up against the reed bed edge. And the light on it at the time was just nice, so nice and soft. Wow. I'm just hoping it comes back up again to give it another go. You never know. Might get another couple of shots out. I might even try and get some more footage if it does. But it has gone, like I say, it has gone to the main car park area. But it seems to be doing some sort of circular from what I can gather at the moment. So hopefully it'll come back up. It's just a case of waiting. But in the meantime, I'll show you some of the images that I've just taken from when it was on here with that nice perfect light that I had this morning on it. So I hope you've enjoyed them. And I'll carry on waiting and looking. So I thought while I wait for the barn owl a little bit, I'll give it 5 more minutes, I thought I would let you know a little bit more about Lunt Meadow. So Lunt Meadow originally was farmland, and it is along the River Alt, which is in North Merseyside. And what happened is the Environmental Agency purchased the land, and they wanted to use it as reservoir storage, like an overspill idea. And then the Wildlife Trust got involved with it, so they become more of a environmental agency stroke wildlife trust area. And I believe there's quite a hype of activity you get on here. I mean, this morning just stood here, you can see various things and hear various birds and wildfowl. I mean, I believe you get like your godwits, you get your snipe, you get your egrets, which I've seen on the main lake on my way in this morning. You've got various of different geese. You've got your reed buntings, stone chats, literally all sorts on here. A massive list of birds that are seen. And to be honest, it's not a massive place, which is good because you don't have to walk miles around it. But the sounds that you get here first thing in the morning, there's loads and loads of activity everywhere. There really is. I can even hear the oyster catchers. They must be down on the main lake or just a little bit further over. They're not too far away. But there's literally everything. You know, you could spend hours here. You really could. You know, I mean, it's not too far for me to come. It's only about an hour's drive from where I live. So this is a place that I'll definitely come back to. Because no doubt I'll walk around it and there'll be something that I've missed. Yeah, there was that much something shouted in the bushes over here or in the reeds. I thought I'd just see if I could see what it is, but I can't pick it out at the moment. So yeah, it is one that I could come back over and over again. You know, like I say, that much vast of activity. I think as the season changes, you'll see a lot of different things. So yeah. Right, I think the barn owl's given up, to be honest. I've been here for a good 5 or 10 minutes waiting to see if it'll come back. It's obviously decided to go and nestle down somewhere. So I think I'm going to go and try and explore this place because I haven't really got that far yet, to be honest. And see what else we can find. Because it's, like I say, there's hypes of activity. So I don't think it's going to be a day of not seeing anything. It's going to be definitely plenty. So stick with me and let's go and have a look around. had a quick look round on the main lake. It's a biggish lake. It's not massive, so it's, you know, it's average. And you had your regulars on there, your mallards, you know, some tufted ducks. And there was egret on there that was hunting. I was watching that for quite a while. Got a little bit of footage for that on, so I'll pop that up in a minute so you can have a look and a couple of shots. So at the moment I'm just making my way around the grassland area. You can see behind me here. It's quite an open grassed area. You've got plenty of Canadian geese on there at the moment. Just mooching around and resting. But it was just nice to just walk along here because you can hear all the bird song going on, which is really nice. But I haven't spotted anything yet to get a shot of. I think they're nestled quite in into some of these bushes that you can see behind me. But at some point they'll come out. It's just been in the right place at the right time when they do. So the thing around Lunt Meadow is they don't have hides. Well, they do have a hide, and I believe it's got a code to get into that, which one of the locals has happily given me the code to go in. So hopefully when I find it, I'm going to go and have a look in the hide. But around the lakes and the reed beds here, they've got some nice little like viewing sections where you can go and stand up against them and have a look through the holes, so you're not disturbing what's on the lake too much. Now, I couldn't get in the one on the main lake. There was a family in there with some young kids, so I left them to it and just photographed from the main path, which then I saw a stoat run across in front of me. I've not seen one of them for a while. I did stand around and wait for it, but it weren't for showing itself again for me, unfortunately. But you never know. Might spot some more on my way around. I believe it's that kind of area where they live. So hopefully I'll see another one and be quick enough to get the camera out to get an image of it. Because that one wasn't for sticking around. I'll tell you now, it's starting to warm up slowly. So might be bailing the hat soon. Might even bail the coat if it gets that warm. But we'll see. It's still 50-50, but I'm not grumbling because the light is still perfect this morning. So we shall see what we get. So I'm going to come up, as you come through the grassland path to the left, you get a split where it'll take you to what's known as the Kingfisher Lake, and then it takes you up between the two reed beds and onto the tops. One of the gents told me if I go up on the top area, sometimes you can see the marsh area. So we shall go and see what we can find up there. You never know. Might see one of them today. So let's go and see what we can get. So something just caught my eye as I come out of the thick growth area, and it had the coloration of probably a short-eared owl. It looked like their sort of wing colouring, but it was just too far to see by eye. But wherever it is, it's dropped down in the long grasses just further out in front of me. So I think I'm going to hang around for a bit here, just to see if it takes off again. Just so I can see what it is. If it's a shorter, that'd be amazing. You know, 2 hours in one day. But I'm just not too sure what it were. And there's a bird of prey around, quite high up, which I haven't seen yet. I can hear it. Sounds like it could be a buzzard. So let's see if I can find that as well while I'm here. Keep you posted. So I found the birds of prey. Can't photograph them yet, they are just too high up. But looking through the binoculars, they're looking like buzzards, and there's actually 3 of them that are circling around just over here in front of me. But I don't think they've got any intentions of coming down and, you know, coming down low enough to photograph at the moment. They're just sitting on the thermals. They look amazing though. Just nice if they come down though. I'll hang around, because you never know. I'm also in an area as well, it's just behind me here. There's not much activity at the moment, and I've not really had a proper look round. But there's a lot of holes in these trees. So it looks like a good area for possible woodpeckers. So I'm going to have a look, hang around here and see if I can see some of them as well at the same time. So this sounds like it's like a pretty good corner, to be honest. I've got possible buzzards. Or it could even be red kites if they get a bit closer for me to look at. Hanging around just over the top here. I've got some sort of bird of prey has come down here. I'm hoping it could be the shorty. Whether I'll see that again, I don't know, because sometimes once they come down, they can sit there for hours in the long grass. So that one is 50-50 on whether I'll see that one again. And then I've got plenty of movement going on in these trees here behind me. A lot of smaller birds are bobbing around. It's starting to get not a good area at the moment to photograph because the sun's started to come behind them, so they're a bit in shadow when you capture them. But you never know, if I hang around long enough, I might get to see a woodpecker. We'll see. See what comes up. It looks like them the birds of prey have moved off quite a bit now. They've gone very small and in the distance, so it doesn't look like they're coming any closer anytime soon. But hey, what's going on here? Right, let's go and look for some more birds. See if we can get any on camera, that is. I'm sure there's going to be plenty at some point. I'll hang around here, see what I can see in these trees, and then I'll head off onto the reed bed, which it's got a lot of midges around there this morning. That's why I've avoided it and come round the grassland instead. But I'll do that after. So I'm going to walk the perimeter round, and then about halfway around when you come to the reed beds, you can cut back in again. And there's a bird hide there that if there's not quite a few people in it, I might be able to get in it and have a look for myself to see what there is. So yeah, let's carry on looking. So I've come up onto the perimeter wall, the perimeter bank should I say, it's not a wall. I moved off, obviously just from behind me there, you can see this forestry area, that's where I was before. I did have a look, and unfortunately there's no movement of woodpeckers today, but it is one to keep an eye on next time I come back again. So I've come up here and we've got as you can see probably behind me there, we've got part of the reed beds, or the back end of the reed beds. I think it's reed bed 1. So I'm going to make my way around to that in a minute or two. Further down I can cut through between the 2 reed beds. But I've come along here where all the water is. I think it could be part of the river halt, so I will check that out. Or if not, it leads you to the river halt. But looking into the mud banks here, there's quite a bit of holes from various different wildlife. I am aware that obviously you can see the water vole if you keep an eye out when you're walking around here. So you never know, there's a possibility of seeing that. Depends if it shows itself. But there's at least 15, 20 little caves as such, you could call them, that are along there, just on that corner alone. So I'll have to keep an eye out. If not today, I don't see anything, but maybe next time I come again later in the year. It's an area definitely to keep an eye on. It looks like it has a lot of activity just on that corner there with wildlife. Oh, I'll tell you something, that wind didn't half picked up. I took my hat off because it got warm. Must have been in a sheltered area. But I'm going to get myself down into the reedbed area where it's a little bit more sheltered, because everything's shouting, I can hear it, but I just can't see it at the moment, because they don't seem to want to come and sit on the tops of the bushes or on the top of the reeds, because they're blowing around too much at the moment. So I'm going to make my way down here, rejoin the paths between the reed beds, and then I might go and investigate this hide, because that is on that section as well. There's a few people passed and told me to go and have a look at it, so I think I will. But I definitely think this river area is worth keeping an eye on. You never know, might see some activity. If I do, I'll certainly tell you about it. But at the moment, it's a little quiet. Just got some duckies on there, some mallards. I've seen the egret fly down a lot further away from where I was onto it as well. But it's a nice quiet area. I've only passed, about 2 people, 3 people while I've been on this section. To be honest, I'd say the whole reserve's quite quiet. It's not a rowdy sort of area. There's not a lot of kids around with families, which is nothing wrong with that, of course. You know, these areas for everybody to enjoy. But it's just a bit quieter for photographing or just bird watching, really. It's quite nice. I believe they get the marsh harrier. I've been told it does come from over sort of this area when it flies in, but it hasn't really been seen much over the last couple of days. There's a gentleman I speak to, it's been coming pretty much every day, and he said he's not seen it. Neither. So yeah, I'm going to carry on walking and see what else I can find along here. On my way through the reed beds now, just trying to locate where this hide is that I've been told about, and stopped off at one of the viewing platforms on my way, and managed to capture some footage and a couple of images of a snipe, which is a first for me. It's not something that I've been able to capture yet on camera, so that was quite nice to see. We had a teal in the area. What else was there? Oh, we had a couple of shovelers, a male and female shoveler. I got some footage of that, and also some images as well. And the great crested grebe, which is always nice to see. It was just one that was on its own. So it didn't look like it got a mate yet, or if it did, it wasn't in the area. So that was nice to watch. It looked to be doing a lot of diving and fishing. So I've got to come, like I say, I've got plenty of images of them and some footage. So I'm on my way now to this hide. It's just like down a secret path where you look at it. It's like it's well hidden. So I'm going to go and have a look, see what I can see in there. But at the moment it's gone, it's just quite a lot of activity still around. But the wind's picked up. So anything that's like the warblers and the smaller birds, which you can hear when you walk past all the brambles, they're all hiding in it, which is a shame really. I had a linnet that I just lined the shot up to get a nice image of a linnet sat in the nice green brambles, and someone decided to walk past and disturbed it. So I didn't get that. But never mind. It is what it is, isn't it? Right, I'll pop some footage up of the snipe and the grebe and the shovelers, the male and female shoveler. I'll let you have a look at them while I make my way to this hide and see how I get access to it. And I'll come back to you and let you know more about that. So I've come into the hide. To be honest, I'm the only one here at the moment. Now this is a coded hide, so unless you're given the code by a regular member, I don't think, if you don't know anyone, you're not going to get in. So I've been quite lucky that I've been given the code to get in here today. It's reasonably quiet at the moment. There's a couple of black-headed gulls just out here in front of me. But that's all I've got going on right now. But I think it's going to be quite a good location for this one. For this hide to be here and locked and used like it is, you know, there must be a lot of activity that they get. There's a couple of perches, really good natural looking perches that they've got out. So you've got one, it's like a little bit of an island here, which I'll show you. There's an island, and there's a nice big perch on there. We've got one that's coming out of the water here, so I don't know whether that attracts maybe kingfishers. It's a possibility. And then over on the other side, on the reed bed, you've got another couple of nice natural looking perches as well that also come out of the reeds there. So you get some nice background to them, to be honest. At the moment, the black-headed gulls are just using them for perching on. So I might sit around for a bit. I mean, what time are we on now? Let's have a look. We are on 12:30. So I'm thinking, while I'm sat in here and I'm out of the breeze, because that breeze has picked up quite a lot at the moment, I think it's time to grab some lunch and sit around and just see what arrives. Because when we saw the marsh harrier, when I was down on one of the main stretches coming through the reed beds, it come this way before. So if I hang around a little bit, I might be able to get to see that if it starts to come around this area again. We shall see. So I think first things first, let's grab some lunch and wait to see what arrives. Now it's been pretty quiet for me on there, so I thought I'd have a bit more of a mooch around the reed beds. And just as I was leaving, there was two gents that arrived, and they've just got into the hide, and one of them is a follower of mine on the channel, which was nice to have a chat with, say hi. And spotted buzzard, I think it looked like. It was a bit getting too far away to photograph, but it was just over the top of the reed beds at the far end. So we're hoping that might come back round again. You never know. It dropped down somewhere. We'll see where it went though. So yeah, I'm going to have a mooch a bit further. Plenty of areas I've still not been yet around here to see what else I can find. I just want this wind to drop though, because then you get a load of the smaller birds then coming on top of the reeds, which would be quite nice. Because I can hear them, but I haven't seen many of them. So yeah, let's go and see what else we can find. You never know, barn owl might still be out. It still keeps. It was out till about 10 o'clock this morning. It's like it doesn't know when to go to bed. It's something that round our way, you see him first thing in the morning, and then that's it. You don't see him for the rest of the day, so at least 3-4 o'clock in the evening. So yeah, it's been nice to watch that. Apparently it's a regular. Likes to fly around where the main car park is. So you never know. It might still be out knowing our luck. If it is, I'll have another look, see what else I can capture of it, but we'll see. But for now, I'm going to go find something around the reed beds. I'll see if I can try and find something interesting. But it's definitely a place I'm going to come back to. There's loads of potential. It's just got to be at the right time suppose. And right place, right time. That's a word for it, isn't it? So I'm going to carry on mooching. So stick with me. See what else I can find for you. So I've come to one of the viewpoints on the second reed bed, and all I've got on here at the moment, I've got shovelers. There's quite a good amount of shovelers which are at the far end, which are too far away for photographing. But there's loads of gulls that are down on this part of the reed beds, and to be honest, not much else. I've seen one or two tough ducks that have been down the bottom end here, but I don't know if you can tell from the camera that I'm recording off, because I can't tell if it's got, obviously with having a stabiliser on it you might not notice it as much, but that wind is now starting to whip. It has picked up, the water has got a bit of a nice current look to it, and even the gulls are struggling to take off the waterfront here. So I really am, keep an eye on my camera here at the side of me, I really am in two minds on whether to call it, to be honest, today. I think I've had the best of the morning, because we didn't have this wind first thing, but this is now getting a bit bitter and it's getting a bit rough. And looking at the clouds out in the distance, it looks like rain's on its way, which I know it's forecasted. When I last looked at the weather, it forecasted around 4 o'clock, but it looks like it's going to be coming in early on this side of the country. So I think, just have another quick look. Yeah. I think unless things change between now and me getting back to the car, I don't think I'll be doing much more, because it really has gone rough. Oh, I can hear the oyster catcher. Actually, I can see the oyster catcher. That's managed to get up and fly around. Woo! See, camera nearly fell over then. Put my foot on my tripod. There you go. Yeah, so I was saying the oyster catcher's up, that's flying around. But it's not landing anywhere close enough to get an image or anything of it. That's a shame. I thought we had a bird of prey over there at the other side, but it's not. It's a crow sat in the trees. To be honest, I've not even seen the kestrels today. Someone told me there's a couple of them around here, but I've seen no sightings of them, which is unusual, because normally you would see something like that around here as well. It's a kind of habitated area for it, but no, not a thing. I think a lot of things, like I say, with this wind getting strong now, they've gone to ground a bit, especially the smaller birds. They've definitely gone into the reeds and into the brambles out of the way. So yeah, I'll see how it goes, but it's not looking hopeful for the rest of the afternoon, I don't think, because I don't think this wind's going to go. I think it's going to be in now for the rest of the evening, which is a shame. But let's give it a go. Let's see what happens. You never know. You never know. Right, let's move off here, because this viewpoint is quite a high up viewpoint over the reed beds, and obviously I can see the beds behind me as well. It's quite open, so I'm going to try and get down where it's a little bit more sheltered, and see if there's anything further along this path. Keep with us, you never know. You never know. to come back to the car. It's starting to absolutely chuck it down, which is a shame really, but we knew we were coming in at some point. It was just when. So I'm going to break the camera down now, and I'll chat to you in a minute when I've got this put in the back of the car. Well, I wasn't expecting that to happen today. Well, not until later on anyway. Oh, so the rain. Let me sort myself out in here. So the rain stopped play. It made the decision for me, unfortunately. So I was 50-50 whether to stay a little bit longer or not. As I said earlier, you know, that wind was proper getting up on one of the viewing platforms where, you know, you had the open reed area, and then behind you, you was above the land, so you was getting that woof of wind coming through. That I was 50-50 then what to do. But as I came off to come down to another viewing area, that rain started to come from nowhere. Now, it said it was supposed to have been raining until about 4 or 5 o'clock today, but obviously that lied. So it's either that or the tide's changed, because I'm not far from the coast, and it's brought it in a lot earlier. But it could have held off for another couple of hours at least, because I was going to take a bit more of a walk around to the more sheltered areas and hopefully see if I can capture anything else. But it made the decision, and I've come back to the car. Never mind. It is what it is, isn't it? So, Lunt Meadow. My first time visiting here. I will be back. I think it's a great site. It's a wildlife trust site. It's free, obviously, to park. You can get access onto the site at any time. All you got to do is park on the road, which is where I am now, because the main gates don't open until about 9, half 9. And it takes you down to where the main car parking area is. Other than that, no, it's good. I've enjoyed it. The walks are quite flat. There is plenty to see. There is the hide that you saw me in. Again, that is only if you get told what the code is. And I was quite lucky that I had a YouTube follower that was a local who gave me the code to get access to that today. So if it doesn't change, at least I know that I can get into it next time I come. My highlight of the day, absolutely the barn owl. Absolutely. I love them. I love barn owls. I love any owls, to be honest. But this morning, I did turn up at 7:30, and a guy said to me that he'd seen it this morning, about an hour prior to me arriving, and that he hadn't seen it again since. So I was very surprised when I walked down to Main Lake, and I saw the barn owl, and got some absolutely amazing shots. That sunlight, it was so diffused kind of sunlight, sort of sat behind the owl and obviously lighting its wings up. Yeah, loved it. Fantastic. I have enjoyed the rest of the day, obviously, as well, you know, with everything else that I've seen. But I think if the weather was a bit better, I mean, it was lovely this morning, but I think if I come on a more of a warmer, brighter day, less wind for definite, I think there'd be a lot more to see as well, especially over the next couple of months. Now we've got spring coming in, heading towards summer direction. We're going to get a lot more activity, definitely. And I think this place will hype up a bit more as well. The other thing about Lunt Meadow is I would advise anyone is if you are disabled and you need wheelchair access, unfortunately, it's not the site for you to come to. Not right now, anyway. You could get down so far, but there is kissing gates at certain points as you walk around the site, and to get up to some of the viewing platforms. There's a kissing gate at the bottom, and then you've got a few steps. Now, whether the Wildlife Trust in time is going to change that, if they did, that would be fantastic, because this site would be brilliant for everybody. I mean, I know a couple of photographers that are disabled and need wheelchair access to get around places, and I think they'd like it here, you know. So I hope that the Wildlife Trust does look at something like that, taking maybe some of the kissing gates out. I mean, I can understand having certain ones in around the perimeter areas of the site. That's totally understandable. But for having them at the bottom of the platforms, I don't think so. You know, they don't really need them, I don't think, and they could make it that it's got ramps. I mean, keep the steps, but maybe put a couple of options of ramps, so that people with disabled access can get up there as well and enjoy it just the same as what we do, you know. But give it time, you never know. I don't know what they've got planned. We'll see what happens with that one. But what a fantastic site. Really enjoyed the day. Anyone hasn't come, you need to come and have a look round. You won't be disappointed. I haven't, and I've not had the best of days, so you know it's all right with that. Right, so Lunt Meadow ticked off. I'll be back, and I think it's now time to start heading on home. Can't really do much else now. It's got turned wet and a bit damp. I think it's in for the rest of the day. So I hope you have enjoyed the video. I feel like it's only been a short video. I could be wrong by the time that I get home and I've actually edited this. It might be longer than I think. But whatever it's turned out to be, I hope you've enjoyed it and you give me a thumbs up on the video. Because the more thumbs up I get on the video, the more views that I get, and it pushes it out to people that have similar interests to me and yourselves that are also watching the video. So that helps quite a lot. Now, I am heading towards the 800, slowly, should I say, heading towards the 800 subscriptions on my channel. Now, there's a heck of a lot of you that watch my videos who are not even subscribed. Why not? Come on, give me a quick subscribe. You don't have to tick the bell. You only have to put the bell if you want to be notified every time that I put a video up, which is a good thing, really, if you want to do it. I do try and put one up at least once a week. Sometimes there might be times when I can't put one up one week because, you know, I've not been able to get out due to weather, or something's come up and other reasons have stopped me from creating a new video. But I am trying to get one up for at least every weekend, and if you don't fall on the weekend, it might end up like on a Monday or a Tuesday or something like that. But if you hit subscribe and you tick the bell, or click on the bell, should I say, click on it, not tick it, click on it, then you'll be notified when I put a new video up. And if you would like to give a little bit more appreciation to my channel, for myself and my channel, I have a Buy Me a Coffee webpage, and every penny that goes into that pot there goes towards me maybe buying a drink when I come to sites, or it may help me pay a car park ticket for me to park up at a location where I can do more videos for you. So all the money that goes into that pot is not used for anything else other than creating videos for this channel, and that's a guarantee. So yeah, you can tick onto that website. You can go onto that website, should I say, and you can buy me 1, 2, 3, 4, severals. You can even do a subscription of buying one on a regular basis if you wanted to, but there's no pressure whatsoever at that. You know, that is just definitely optional for yourselves. So yeah, I've had an absolutely cracking day. So from the wonderful, now turned wet Lunt Meadow Nature Reserve, thank you for watching, and I'll see you on my next adventure.